Have you been stuck at home all this time? Well, that's a challenge all by itself. But when folks are stuck at home with their loved ones, or maybe they're by themselves, it really makes things a challenge. Well, here with another good word this morning is therapist Dr. Jonathan Eric Carroll. Good morning, Jonathan.
Good morning, Angie.
Well, we've all seen in this past year the challenges of being stuck at home, sheltering in place. You know, after a few weeks, that gets really thin.
It really does. And I think it's hard enough for people who just know that they shouldn't and can't really go anywhere. Maybe some go to work and home. Maybe some don't even do that. They're working from home, especially those who are trying to work from home and take care of children who are learning at home. We have no idea how to think about that. On top of that are those people who have been asked by the health department for various reasons to quarantine or isolate at home, meaning they literally can't go anywhere or see anyone. That is a very difficult dynamic.
Well, let's talk about some of the symptoms we would be noticing in ourselves, for example, if it's beginning to wear us down.
Sure. So some things you might notice are difficulty sleeping, whether that would be difficulty getting to sleep, early morning waking, interrupted sleep, or insomnia. Maybe a lack of appetite, or maybe all you have is appetite, eating too little, eating too much. A sense of anxiety, fear, confusion, sadness, depression, loneliness, of course. The list goes on, and it's different for everyone. And oftentimes there are what are called comorbidities. There are multiple symptoms all at once.
And that's just so draining. And, you know, we were talking before we came on the air. I have many people in my sphere of acquaintances who have been by themselves in a room basically since last March. So how can we help them, for those of us who are, you know, have people in our life like that?
I think the most important thing that we can do is to reach out and stay connected. I know that it's not the same to be on a flat screen virtually connecting with people using various online medium, whether it's FaceTime or some Google Connect or Hangout or Duo or Zoom or whatever. Anything we can do to reach out to people, to check in with them and say, are you okay? Dropping something at their door that they could enjoy, whether something healthy to eat or a book that they could read, or sending text messages daily. It is really simple on our part to even just set a reminder on our phone to reach out to somebody every day at a certain time. That allows us to feel some sense of accomplishment and connection as well. But we really can't overestimate how important that is for people who are isolated or quarantined and have to be by themselves. And on top of the pandemic now, of course, there was first ice and now there's snow. And there's no real looking to get out of it anytime this week. So it's really important that we stay connected.
Jonathan, as we look ahead when we are through the virus, and what do you think we're going to carry forward in the form of PTSD about the virus and where we've been?
Well, we're definitely going to have symptoms of it for sure. I think that we're going to have kind of that standard hypervigilance or being on the lookout for sickness, symptoms, maybe fearing being close to people again, maybe fearing physical contact like the handshake, the hug, the kiss on the cheek. That's going to be probably a while before people grow really comfortable with that. Others, not so much. Others are basically pandemic fatigued, and they're kind of where they just don't seem to care about that anymore, and they're ready to dive in to what was normal. But I think from the healthcare perspective, we should encourage people, of course, to be safe and to look forward to a time when we can, with as many of us vaccinated as possible. Hopefully we will be able to return to some sense of what we used to know as normal. But we will see some fear, some confusion, some anxiety about people getting back out, because this has been the as they call the new normal. Right. But I do think it's important that we stay connected now so that it's easier for us to do it this way in the future. In the same way that kids probably will never have another snow day, because now we know what virtual learning can do. In many ways, we will be able to connect with people like this even when we can't get out, even when we are sick with something else, or the weather's bad, or we just don't feel up to going somewhere. We have means of connecting, building healthy routines, eating healthily, sleeping as well as we can, exercising, and staying connected. I can't say how important that is.
Jonathan, as always, thank you for your wisdom and insights.
It's great to see you. Thanks for having me.
And Lifestyles will continue right after this. Stay with us.